distinct honor to be able to share this special day with you. It has been 12 years since I graduated from the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale with a degree in culinary arts, and I fondly remember my experiences here and education. And the fun times too, of course, which is what you're going to have right after this. To this day, I continue to carry the fundamentals and knowledge that were instilled in me from this institution each time I step into the kitchen to cook. Regardless of the program from which you are graduating, whether it be interior, graphic, or fashion design, broadcasting, advertising, or culinary arts, today you are parting with a school that has built a secure foundation for your successful future. I have to admit that I also am celebrating two large accomplishments at this time. First being, I'm very proud to say that just last month, I completed all of my student loans. And pay them on time. The second accomplishment is one of a more serious note. This spring, I just left the restaurant that I have spent the past 12 years working in and have begun a new journey at the Eden Roc Hotel in Miami to open my new restaurant. So just as I part ways with the nest that I spent the past 12 years in, you're also parting ways with your nest. The feelings you're experiencing is certainly something I can relate to, both past and present time. Although you are sitting in front of me in your seats and I'm standing up here at the podium, we are likely experiencing the same feelings of excitement, nervousness, and anticipation. I remember the day I graduated myself. I remember this rite of commencement and sitting in your very seats, scared, unknowing, fearful of what the future would hold for me. And having lived what is past, what is now your present, I can tell you that this moment, this formal ceremony of passing into the next phase of your professional careers, is less a decided split from the institution which reared you, rather than the offering of an opportunity for you to begin your journey and grow as creative, self-actualized individuals. While I'm sure you all know I love recipes, there is no clear recipe for success, at least none that I have read in any great cookbooks. I hope today that I can provide for you the inspiration that will help you to garner the strength necessary to strive for success in your professional futures. Whatever your chosen field of work, you can now begin with reassurance that you have mastered a demanding curriculum. Your resulting degree is testimony that you have to your ability to persevere despite trial or impediment. Now proceed forward with the poise that this training institution has endowed to you. Proceed without doubt of your skill and with assurance of your firm knowledge base. Most importantly, proceed confident in yourself as a whole. My professional job involved me working in a pantry station, making salads. Excuse me, that was my first professional job. Doing the majority of the grunt work in the kitchen and making very, very little money. I knew I was working towards a bigger goal that would manifest based on my dedication and hard work. Don't change your goal. You may not reach your goal as quickly as you may like, but keep working towards it and climbing that ladder. Be passionate. A person is said to have passion for something when he has a strong, positive affinity for it. Straight from the reliable source of Wikipedia, which I'm sure used very frequently. Passion is an intense emotion, compelling feeling, enthusiasm, or desire for something. Having that enthusiasm and desire is what will carry you through your tough days. It is what will make you wake up early, stay up late, work extra hours, and skip seeing your family during special holidays. Being passionate about your work is somewhat like being in love, which I'm sure is something many of you can relate to. It's amazing, feels euphoric, you give and you take, and sometimes it just plain drives you crazy, like your job will one day. But I believe it's the key to longevity with your career. Being passionate about my job is the reason I have been doing this for so many years. It is because of all these feelings that I'm truly dedicated to my work. Being passionate is what drives me to my creativity. Being passionate about cooking is the reason for all of my successes and the reason why I stand here in front of you today. Embrace that passion, that love, that desire, that enthusiasm that lies inside of you today, and let that emotion shine through every time you step inside of your new offices, or your new studio, or your new kitchens. Be creative. You are graduating from an institution that bases many of their programs on creativity. Ralph Waldo Emerson had wrote, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." You, the graduates, have reached the finale of the path offered by the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. and now you must begin to construct what is entirely your own new trail. The brilliancy of your creative spirit will create followers, esteem, recognition, and the personal realization of fulfillment which comes with professional achievement. While you're traversing this new path, please remember another overused cliche. It is not how many times you fall that matters, it is how many times you get back up. While attending school, I took part in the culinary team. I clearly remember one day while we were practicing our dishes in the kitchen, and I was responsible for cooking the main dish, which consisted of having rutabaga as a vegetable. I plated my dish and presented it to Chef Klaus, our coach, for critique. I was so excited. Really, I thought I nailed it, until I looked over my shoulder and I saw rutabaga flying at my head. I knew then this industry was not going to be easy. He screamed with his heavy German accent about how badly it was undercooked and raw and how terrible it was. Not quite sure I've ever touched a rutabaga since then, and I certainly made a perfect that night for the competition. There will undoubtedly be moments in your careers where you may have not succeeded in a particular task or have had the outcome you had imagined, but be persistent and continue putting forth your best effort. Failure is like a guidebook to your future. It will tell you where and how you made your mistakes so that you can take what you have learned from it and make improvements. Lastly, I want to share with you something that my mother told me the night before I embarked on one of my most challenging experiences yet. I was scheduled to depart for Hell's Kitchen early in the morning, and I was saying my goodbyes, uncertain of how this whole experience would turn out, and knowing that I would be completely isolated from my family and friends. My mom said, very inspiring and simple, yet very powerful line that I continue to live by to this day. She said to me, "Paula, a positive mind creates positive results. Keep your head up and do your best." Throughout the show, I would think of what she said and repeat it over and over to myself, especially on the days where Gordon Ramsay just would not stop screaming. I truly stand beside that belief. Your mind is a powerful tool. Keep your thoughts positive and envision yourself at the top. You will be amazed what may come of that. So graduates, I ask that you carry these 6 ingredients with you as you begin your professional careers. These are what I would put in my cookbook for Recipe for Success. Always put forth your best effort. Be passionate about your work. Be creative and imaginative. Be persistent. Be confident in your abilities. And lastly, always think positively. So, congratulations, class of 2010, and best of luck to each and every one of you.